Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaliyah, also known as AJ Plans on Instagram and here on YouTube. And today we do have something a little bit different. I am going to be doing a flip through of my Hobonichi. I did get the Hobonichi Cousin, which is the A5 size, in the Avec, which means it comes in two 6-month books. And I'm just going to show you guys how I am going to be using it. You will see a full setup from me at the end of December. I'm going to actually be doing a whole week of setup and prep videos leading into 2022. So that week between Christmas and New Year's is when you'll see those. So make sure that you do subscribe if you are interested in watching that. Additionally, a lot of you guys are not subscribed to my channel who do watch my videos. So if you are one of those people who maybe haven't clicked the button yet, I really recommend doing so. Once I hit 100 subscribers, which I'm super close at the time of filming, so I don't know if I would have hit it by the time this is posted, but I will be doing a 100 subscriber video or giveaway for a shop credit to Plan It With Stickers, which is one of my favorite shops, and I feature them very frequently in my planner. But yeah, definitely subscribe. I will have the graphic up on screen here as well of how many of you are subscribed versus not subscribed, but I am going to show you guys here. So what I have here, so this is my Hobonichi. It is in a plum paper A5 size folio because I had some credits, so I just put it in here. Let me just move my chunky plum paper so you can see how chunky that is. First of all, so today is currently December 4th, so we're not even that far into December yet, but this is my planner. You can see on the coil here how tight it's gotten from stickering a whole year. This is my first year doing like kits for my monthlies, as well as just stickering every single week. And even though I don't sticker using kits, it still gets a lot of chonk. So this is my plum paper. I'm going to show you guys some spreads that I'm moving over, which I did mention in a past video just last week that I posted, so I'll have that in the cards as well if you're interested in seeing a more in-depth look of how I set up this planner in 2021. But this is my plum paper folio. You can see here there is a lot of room to grow. And if you guys are Hobonichi users, you may have seen, or even if you just watch Hobonichi content, you would have seen how thick a Hobonichi can get. So the way this folio is set up is there are two like card-sized pockets here. There is a larger pocket here. There's a pocket here, which I think you can shove the cover in. Let me see. Let's pull this out. So I think you can put it in like this and have this side. Just gotta pull this out. Pull this side like so. Trying not to ruin the folio. There we go. Yeah, so I could have it like this, which I think I might, just because it fits it a lot better if I do it that way. As well as I can still tuck this notebook in the back. So this is just a plain dot grid notebook. I think on Amazon it is marketed as a TN insert this is an A5, and it's just dot grid. It is a similar cream color. I don't know, yeah, the camera's clear. So it's a very similar color to the cover here, and then this is still a little bit different. You can see this is still more of a white color. I'm just gonna fix my lighting real quick and I will be back with you guys. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit brighter. But yeah, so that's how this is. So I'm gonna just tuck this in here still, but I just have this in here right now in case I want extra note paper. I don't know if I am actually going to need it. I might even pull it out by the time school comes around, just because I don't want to be carrying anything around too heavy. That's why I like the Hobonichi, because it is so thin. But just flipping back to the front here, yeah, that's how it is. I think I'm probably going to stick some stickers in here. I'm thinking of maybe getting like those colorful dots stickers, just to stick in here to color code my classes. I know they sell them at like the dollar store here in Canada, so I might go check that out, or I'll see on Amazon, because I know they have those bigger rolls that Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. uses, so I'll see about that. But those are usually in like similar colorways, while I'd prefer distinctly different colors for my classes. But yeah, so the way I'm going to use this is I'm probably going to leave this blank. This one I'm going to cover with some die cuts. I have a lot of die cuts from the Aesthetic Studio, so that will be in the same way that I decorated this one with all of the die cuts and stickers. I'll be doing the same thing here. Here I'm going to be using the Coffee Monsters Co. mini months to mark off my days off and paydays and stuff. So the same way I've done it here, I have color-coded different things. These are the little dots I was saying that they sell at the dollar store, so they're very different colors. But this is probably what I will do on these. It's obviously a lot smaller, but I can use like my mild liners and it's not going to be too big of a deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to size down the free printables that Helen has in the Coffee Monsters Co. Facebook group. So if you are interested in joining that, I think I'll put the link down below. I don't know if I'm allowed to, I'll just make sure of that first, but I will put the information down below if you're interested in that. And then for the 2021, I'm just going to cover it up with some sticker paper. I do have some pretty cheap sticker paper I got from Amazon that I'll just use to cover that top part up. And then I will be leaving the 2023 calendar as is, just so that I can have a reference. I probably will just go in with a fine tip pen and just write the letters for Monday to Sunday, just so that I remember that these calendars are a Monday start. So here I'm going to be using it for birthdays, anniversaries, annual dates, things like that. So I'm going to be using it in the same manner I used the special dates here. So these are all different birthdays, an anniversary, all of this kind of stuff. So just so I have it all together here as a reference, I will probably do that there. As well as anything that's kind of big looking forward, I will put it here. So I'm going to do the whole year. Like I said, I do have the EVAC, which means this is only from January to June, but I do use the last planner to prepare for the next year or the next planner. So then I think it's just easier to have the whole year in here at once. And then I can also use the July to December here for future planning. So in the Hobonichis, if you guys are not aware, they do usually have a few past months. So in the weeks planner, which is like the smaller TN kind of size planner that a lot of people use as their everyday carry, they started in November. This one that you have a December monthly, but the actual weeklies begin in the new year. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just play around with the December, mock it up similar to my December monthly in my plum paper. So I'll just show you guys what that looks like here. So the same way, I'm not going to decorate it as much obviously because I don't have a sticker kit, but I will kind of find my groove of what goes where, what should I put in there. I'll probably put in my tests and quizzes in the monthly, but what I'm planning to do is any of my weekly assignments, like let's go to November. I would have still had weekly assignments then. Actually, I think October is a better example of that. So here you can see it's like lab 4 report due, lab quiz, lab 4 quiz, lab 5 quiz. All of these things are recurring. They're just for a different unit kind of thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those on the side, and then if it is one of the weeks that I don't have anything due for whatever reason, then I'll put it in the monthly pages. So I'll just put like Monday to Sunday here and just put what is due every single week. I don't have my schedule yet for the new year. I'm going to be picking that out. Actually, I'll have it by the time this video is posted, but as of filming, I don't have it yet. And once I figure that out, it'll help me plan out better of how I want to use my monthly. I also want to probably use this bottom space at the bottom here because every month basically there's a big chunk of space, and I want to practice my lettering a little bit, so I'll probably just letter in the month there. I do have some Tombow markers. I have a lot of super tips from Crayola, so that is what I'll do there. So I've already started prepping a little bit in the planner, and what I've decided to do is I've gone in with pencil and I've written in all of the holidays for Canada and anything that I just want to, any sort of holiday I want to note down, and I've done that for the first 6 months. So since there's only one holiday in January, I just have New Year's, but you could see here we have like Chinese New Year, Groundhog Day, Valentine's Day, which I think Groundhog Day is a Canadian holiday, Family Day, which is another Canadian holiday. And I've just done that. So anything that I'm interested in putting in. So even some religious holidays for religions that I do not follow, I have put them in just because I do like to acknowledge those holidays. So I have all of that there. and then we get to the weekly. So like I said, this starts in December. So again, I am actually going to plan this week out in both my Hobonichi and my plum paper, just because I do have this week in my plum paper. Show you guys here. So I do have the same week, the 27th to the 2nd, in my plum paper, and I do want to just finish it out with the stickers and the way that I've been planning for the whole year. But for here, I want to kind of get into the groove of how I might be planning. So I will be time blocking in this one with any timed events. So classes, work, anything that's like an all-day event, so like someone's birthday or anything that I really want to know ahead of time, I will put in here. As well as I'm going to be using this bottom chunk for a line a day, because I do currently do line a day in my plum paper. If I'll show you guys right here, I've been doing this the whole year, and I just write one simple line of what I did or anything I want to remember. That's not really a plan, so that's what I'm going to be doing here, because my days end at about 11 o'clock. That's when I go to bed. So that is, let's see, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, oh yeah, because it's 0. So I'll have this chunk down here to actually, let me just zoom you guys in a little so you can see that better. So I'll have this chunk here to do my line a day, which I think is just enough space. It's not supposed to be super detailed, and if I do want to journal any further, I have a separate journal for that, or if there's anything more detailed that I want to write about what happened in the day, I could put that in my dailies. So let's zoom you guys back out. And my sidebar, I'm gonna do a brain dump every week during my plan with me's. I haven't decided how I'm doing my plan with me's yet, since there are weekly and daily layouts. And the thing is, I definitely won't have the time to put out both a weekly and a daily plan with me in the same week. Maybe there are going to be some less busy weeks, like my study week in February and March, that I might do like a plan as you go and then post that on the following Monday or the following Friday, something like that. But for the most part, it is going to be my weeklies that you guys see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brain dump all of the tasks that I need to complete during the week here, and then when I get to my dailies, I'll be able to actually put down what needs to happen each day. So skipping over a few pages, so at the end of the weeklies, so this one has the last week going into July here. I don't know if this is a duplicate week in the second book. I should check that out. But what I'm going to do is, I think a lot of people do this as well, is they use this turning the page to a new year spread as a vision board. So since I have this spread in both my first evec and my second evec, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a vision board for the whole year on this, in this book. When it comes around to July and I'm switching over planners, I'm going to reassess what my vision board looks like here, and then either move over anything that's still relevant or still waiting to be completed in my second evec, or if there's any new goals that I've kind of come up with or anything that's changed in my life that maybe I need to focus on, I will put that in that one. Again, this is probably something I'm going to set up on my own time, just because it'll take me a little bit of time to think everything out, and I will probably show you guys what it looks like in my actual setup video. It just depends on how personal I get. But anyway, getting into it, I'm going to be using this kind of opening page, I guess you could call it, as a currently page. So I currently use this page here. I haven't even filled it out yet, but the monthly highlights page in my plum paper as a currently page. So I always put in the news, reading, watching, listening to, and eating. I did do this in my Bando planner that I had in 2019 going into 2020 as well. But I'm probably, I don't know if I'm going to track everything. I think for in the news stuff, I'll probably put it on the actual day, but I'll put what I'm reading and listening to, maybe eating, I'm not sure. I might just put the eating in here as well, but I'll probably for sure put reading and watching in here, and then probably listening to at the bottom. I'll probably have to take some time to think about how I'm going to set that up. Then for the daily, this is where we get into the nitty gritty. So there is a time blocking space here that starts from, I think it's 5 a.m. No, 4 a.m. Yeah, because it's 1, 2, so 6, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it is from 5 a.m. until 4 a.m. the next morning. And I can use this again to kind of time block which chunks of what I'm going to be doing. So this is something I do a lot anyway. I actually have this printable here that I use for time blocking right now, and I just put all the things, so I brain dump all the things I need to do, and then I do time blocking, and this one does it in 15-minute intervals. This is fine doing it in like hourlies, just because I don't need anything to be too specific, like I said. And it'll just be like a swipe of a marker or something or I could just write in the times for stuff. But I'm going to be using this in the manner it was intended as an hourly time blocking type system. Up here it has some checkboxes, so I will move you guys in a little bit more so you can see. So you can see here it has checkboxes for 5 different things. This could be like your top 5 or whatever. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to use it. I do kind of want to start writing down what I'm eating. I do have a Fitbit, and I was using it at one point to kind of track calories of like what I'm eating, but I found that too difficult, and I didn't really care about the calorie counting as much, so I just stopped doing it. But I do like keeping a idea of what I'm eating, so I might just do that up here. I'm going to be using this section here as a brain dump. Oops, I'm zoomed in too much now. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to be using this section here to just brain dump all the things I need to do. So the first thing I would do is just brain dump everything. Then I'm going to use the bottom part for any reminders or notes that I need to put in. I'll probably will use this bottom piece as like decoration as well, and you guys can't see because I am zooming out too much, but I'm probably going to use this bottom part to write down any reminders, any notes. So like sometimes professors will tell you, oh, this is due in a couple of days, or like remember to do this, things like that. So it's not necessarily something I need to get done today, but it is something I need to keep an eye on, so I'll put that at the bottom here. And these will probably be a lot of more icon stickers and pencil, pen, markers, not so much stickering. For the little mini calendar in the bottom corner here, I am still gonna, I don't mind it. Like, I know some people hate that there's like a calendar on every single day, or like the quotes and things like that. It doesn't bother me. This is more than enough space in an A5 size for me, in my opinion. So I will probably still like, I'll either put a dot all over it to mark the day that I'm in, or if there's a special, like a day coming up that I need to keep an eye out, like counting down to it, I'll put a color dot on it. So this is just more of the weeklies. I have a pencil board here. Let me zoom you guys all the way out. I have a pencil board here that is a Hobonichi one, and it is, I got it from a local shop called Fidian pens or Fiden pens. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's pretty useful, and it does stick in here very nicely. So we're gonna just move that out of the way. But this is just more of these days. So we got here, I'm going to be doing an order tracker. I do that in here already, so I will just flip over to that page in here and show you guys. Somebody else had done an order tracker. I got pretty bad at actually keeping up with it. At this point, you can see like I stopped at the end of November, but someone else had done this in, I think, their weeks planner, so I might mimic the way they did it, using the columns as other things, and like you just put a dot for when it's shipped or whatever it is. I don't know how I feel. Like, I kind of like the detailed way I have it in my plum paper, with the actual dates of like what day it shipped on, what day I received it, and the items that I got, just so I have an idea, because I do order a lot from certain shops, so I just want to make sure that I'm keeping an eye out on the specific items that I placed in that order. So these other pages I kind of left blank. I probably will have these 2 pages back and front for my order tracker. And then I don't know how I'm going to use these pages yet. I don't know for sure if I'm going to use this as a timetable. I kind of like the idea of having it here. I actually do, is it here? Yeah. So I put a sticky note in here with my timetable for the week of like what days I'm going to work, when my classes are, things like that. So I probably will do that here as well. Well, I might just white out that and just write it in that way of like time blocks or something. I'm not sure, because I think the way this is meant is like 7 periods in the day if you're in like secondary school or elementary school kind of thing. Here I'm going to do a year, well, it's going to be 6 month in pixels, just because, like I said, it is 6-month books, and I do like having my year in pixels in my everyday planner. So I did do a year in pixels. I'm doing pretty good at it here, but I'm gonna do 6 months here, and then with it being 6 months, since the grid on the Hobonichi is so tiny, like look at how small this is. Let me find my ruler. So it is, oops, that's too high for you guys to see. It's approximately 5 millimeters, it looks like. No, it looks like 4 millimeters. Yeah, it looks like 4 millimeter grid. So that's super tiny. And what's the grid? Let's see what the grid is on here. I think this one is, oh yeah, oh, so it's only 1 millimeter different, it looks like. This one looks approximately to be 5 millimeters, which is kind of what's become the standard in the Bujo community. But I am going to, yeah, maybe make these a little bit bigger of squares. For favorites, I think I'm just gonna put anything that was my favorite that month in here. The my 100 spread, so this does duplicate in here and in the next one, and I'm going to actually use this to write 100 things I want to do, or as many things. So I have this things to check out page, so this was mostly movies and TV shows, a few places, no books, because I don't do like TBRs or anything like that, even though I did have a place. But anything I want to see, watch, well, I guess that's kind of the same thing, travel to, read, eat, any of that, I think I'm going to put in here, and I might do a color coding system in the same way. These pages here that are just in Japanese, I'm not going to use them for anything. I'm probably going to use this gift one just to write down any gift ideas I have for people, or anything that or like a wish list for myself. Again, this duplicates in both this planner and in the second one. And I'm probably going to keep as like pen test pages for if I want to test any pens. So the last page here is the personal notes and addresses. I'm not going to use this. I don't feel like putting anybody's address in here in case of anything. It's not really the most safe to do. So that's what I have here. And I am going to actually do a pen test with you guys. So I'm going to pull my pencil board out, and I'm going to just do it on the addresses page so that we can see if it bleeds through. So I did pick some darker colors here just to test. So I have a brown mild liner, I have my Papermate Flare, the Sharpie S Gel in 05, this Tombow in 606, this dark purple Super Tip, my Pencil Sign brush pen, and I am just going to grab my preppy fountain pen just because that's the whole point in Hobonichi's. The paper is amazing for fountain pens, so I am going to just grab that. So I'm just going to write everything in for the pen test. Zoom you guys in a tad here, and I'm going to speed you guys up, and I'll be right back to just check it out. Okay, so that's everything. So what I have here is I have the pen ink. So I did let it dry because I do know that this paper is not smudge proof at the very first writing, which is fine. My plum paper wasn't either, so I'm just going to run my finger down here. Okay. So it looks like the only thing that's smudged a little bit is the S gel. I'm gonna pull this closer to you guys here. So you can see there a little bit it smudged. The preppy was fine, the flare was fine, and all the markers were totally okay after a few seconds. I also did put down this washi tape. I'm gonna pull it up in a moment after we check the back to see the shadowing. And I did put down the Tombow whiteout just to see the color match. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. It's pretty close. So let's flip it over and we'll see here. The shadowing is totally what I expect. It's not that bad. No bleed through at all. And let's see if there's a little bit of ridging. Yeah, and no ridging thanks to the pencil board on the gel pen. Oops, you guys are not in frame. Yeah, there's no ridging here thanks to the pencil board. Let's do a little bit writing in the S gel. And see S gel. No. Oops, can't see that. Pencil. board. I swear I can spell. No, I can't. Well, this is kind of might be acting as a pencil board a little bit too, but let's see. Oh, there's still not too much ridging with the S-gel, even without the pencil board. So, yeah, it does smudge pretty bad. And let's try and pull up this washi tape and see if there's any ridging, or any ripping, I mean. If I could grab it. There we go. A little tiny bit, it looks like. Actually, no, it didn't. Okay. So must have been from the washi card that yeah, this is totally fine. Totally fine. There's not really any paper stuck to this. The only paper is probably from the washi card. But yeah, I'm super excited to move into my Hobonichi in a few weeks. I'm going to be doing some setup on my own. Like I said, things like my vision board, and I just want to stick my pencil board back in my daily. I did get the Coffee Monsters Co. tabs as well, so I'm going to put those in my dailies. I do have some additional tabs from a freebie from someone else that I will use in my other half of the Avec, just because she has the yearly section. I think I might actually even cover up the Coffee Monsters Co. one where it says yearly, because I don't need a tab to flip to the yearly, but I might want one to flip to the dailies, and I'll probably the monthlies, and I'll probably put that at the top of December's page to flip through, because December is less important. And then for the weeklies, I will probably put one here as well, just to mark it off. But I'm going to be using some gold paper clips that my friend Michelle had given me, that she had gotten originally from EC that she didn't want anymore. So that's what I'm going to use to mark my pages in my weekly and my monthly for quick reference. And yeah, that is it. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's also a pocket back here which I could put some stickers in as well. I think the colored dot sticker sheets from the dollar store that I was talking about would fit perfectly in here. So yeah, this is it. So like I said, I'm super excited to move in to this planner. I really like it. I'm debating between getting a clear cover for my Hobonichi or not, just because I do want it to be super protected. It's going to get thrown in my backpack a lot, and I don't want it to get any water damage, but at the same time, I don't know if it matters if it's going to be in this cover. I will probably have to think about that and figure it out. Let me know if you use a clear cover and a other type of cover for your Hobonichi, for those of you who are Hobonichi users. But that is pretty much it for today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to hear what your planning system for 2022 looks like if you haven't told me yet. But yeah, please subscribe, like this video if you liked it, follow me on Instagram as well, and keep an eye out for that 100 subscriber giveaway, which hopefully I've hit it by the posting of this video. Bye guys.